There is, of course, a continuing problem in our university sector in that women are practically the majority in junior academic posts. They match the number of males in PhD programs, but yet they fail to be recognized through appointment to higher leadership positions across European sector. I think there are a number of approaches that have to be taken to address the challenge. The first is that there must be explicit policy and strategy within the institution, and the president or rector must lead the agenda continuously. And then you have to introduce practices to effect change. The first, in my view, is that you have to address appointment and promotion processes. It's not good enough to have a token woman on the board. There should be gender balance on the board. Secondly, when it comes to evaluating the productivity of candidates, we have to give due recognition to the fact that women have to leave the workforce to have their children. And they need to be mentored when they return and given the opportunity to retool when they return. But in evaluation, we have to normalize the data for the duration that the candidate has spent within the workforce. And that, I think, would very much help address the imbalance. I think that it's also valuable to have a degree of affirmative action, and in practice that might emerge through a policy that where all other things are equal, where one has a group of candidates who are appointable, who are of high quality in their performance, that in that circumstance females should be given precedence over males when it comes to the final selection. I would also say that universities should have creches on campuses. In addressing childcare, which is a challenge in people pursuing busy careers, I think the universities can also play a role by providing support for child rearing, which would benefit both women and men, but it will allow people to balance their family requirements and their work requirements more effectively. I think 4 or 5 practical steps of that nature would greatly help address a serious problem. In my own country, we have taken this matter quite seriously, and the government appointed a commission chaired by the former EU Commissioner for Research, Maura Geoghegan-Quinn, and they brought forward many practical recommendations, not least a requirement that university management teams should include at vice president or vice rector level an individual charged specifically with gender equality within the university.